Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Harrison and today I'm in the KA50. I've just seen that the new updated cockpit has just been released for 2.5.6 and I thought I'd have a jump in because I do love the KA50. So yeah, let's just have a quick look over it and then I'll start it up and I'll take it out for a little bit of a flight. You can see these buttons look a lot better. I like these. I've had a little bit of a play around with it, and it's my new favourite thing, these buttons, because before you couldn't really tell when they were on properly. Same with these, they just didn't light up, but now you'll see once I start up the aircraft, they do properly light up. It just, overall, it just looks a lot better. I mean, just down here even, it's not kind of, I don't know if it was me, but before I always thought the writing was a little bit blurred, but now it looks good now. Still got all the buttons and stuff. That's all nice. No, it looks really nice. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it started. Battery 1 and 2 on. Let's go ahead and flick all of these on. Where is it? On. Is it those two? No, it's not. We do the... Yep. So it's been ages since I've manually started the KA50. Once we've done that, it is the back shoulder panel. We want that one to be flipped down. Then we want iron U. Yeah, I think it's iron U on. Oh yeah, then shut up the warning system. And then, yeah, ABERS comes on. Just the lighting of it, like, that lights up properly now. The lighting looks a lot nicer, I have to say. I'm liking it. What else have we forgotten? We've forgotten the fire extinguisher. Rather important when I am in an aircraft. Fire extinguisher is extremely important. SAI on. What else? Yes, these two. So it's gonna be like someone with the shortest memory ever starting up the KA50 today. APU needs to come on. I think that's everything on that side because I try and do a side first and then I'll swap over to the other side. So it's rotor brake off. We bring these all the way up. Was it one? Yeah, it's not all the way up, it's one before it goes all the way up. I've made that mistake plenty of times before. We can go ahead, turn the panel on there. We don't need the helmet mounted sight. Oh yeah, I've got night vision fitted after last mission. May as well get ground crew selected. And now I think we're about ready to go ahead and put the engines on. But yeah, even just in this state, like those buttons there, just the lighting on them. I'm sorry, I really like it. So the lighting's not on there. Maybe we need to put more power on to get it. So let's go ahead and try and start. Remember how we start this up. So start is in the up position, which is good. Was it turbo? Oh, there we go. She's alive. Right. Now we set it to left engine. Let's go ahead and hit start and keep an eye on left engine. So now that's going to power up for a little bit. and it's at 20%, so we can go ahead and raise that. Right, so we are at that, so we can go ahead and start the right engine. Alright, and now once that hits 20%, we can go ahead and kick up the right engine. Just need to get it above 20, come on. There we go. So it's still picking up, it's not quite idling yet. Once that idles, we'll shut off the APU. And there we go, it's idling, so we can go ahead, APU shut off. Go ahead and click it down, because we don't need the APU anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and select nav page there, so we can see where we are. And then, I think we're pretty much good to go. IFF, just in case. Yeah, there we go. Let's switch the generators on. We aren't flying with anyone, so we won't bother setting up any of this. I guess we could always set it up to operational and stuff. Anything else up here I'm forgetting? I remember. Wait, no. Yes, I am forgetting something. So I've got my I've got my notes open next to me because it has been so long. So I'm going over my little notes as I'm setting up here. We can then go ahead and set our autopilots up for when we need them. Let's go for... Oh, yes, the lights do work. That's awesome. I am really liking this new cockpit. Like just that, like that looks so much clearer. I'm glad that they've redone it. We'll go ahead and get armed up now while we set up the last little bits. Let's go ahead, let's get a Vickers on that side and let's get the big old boy on that one. And yeah, let's go for it. Right, and while he goes and gets us armed up, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I have remembered everything. So we've got to uncage that, and I'm pretty sure that that's it. I am pretty sure. Oh no, I missed a step. Got to have them on. And there we go, we're all ready to take off. We are in Dubai, so let's make sure, yeah, engine anti-ice, let's set it to dust. Why not? Now let's go ahead and set up our countermeasures. Even that looks so much clearer actually. I hadn't noticed that before. Like you can see that is quantity number. It's a lot nicer. That's nice, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. That's us all good to go, I think. That's what I get for trying to fly in a third person, a sloppy takeoff. I don't know if it's just me, but the sound of the rotors seems to have changed a bit. Yeah, let's go out. Oh, that is nice as well. Let's go ahead, flick master arm on. I don't know if it was a bug before, but yeah, I think I was having a bit of a bug before. My station lights weren't lighting up, so I had to just grab a new helicopter. Now they are, which is nice. So we're heading over to Dubai International to grab some targets which are placed on the runway over there. On our way, I thought we could have a nice, nice flight. Let's see how low and fast we can take it. Now I've put the new, well, some of the lights on, almost all the lights actually, to see if they look a little bit different, and I don't know if it's just me, but they do seem a little bit better. Big test is going to be the beacon, because usually, I don't know if any of you remember, but when you used to have the beacon on in the old KA50, it used to like blanket the whole cockpit in red as well. But it doesn't seem to be doing that anymore. It seems to just be putting the exterior light, and also that searchlight underneath seems to be a lot more powerful. It used to be quite weak, the searchlight on the KA50, I remember, from Hunter General. Yeah, the airport's just up ahead, so let's do a little bit of a stop. Bit of a sloppy stop from third person, but it looked alright, so just want to avoid a little bit of VRS here. It does look like they've improved the entire graphics of the KA50, which is really nice. Just all of it seems a lot nicer. Well, I'm going to go ahead and find a nice spot to set up for. There they are. I'm just being blind at the minute. So let's go ahead and lock them up. We need to... that's nice. They've updated, or well, at least I've never seen this before. Maybe I've just been missing things. Okay, so let's go ahead, select our Vickers, and have another crack. Sorry about the strange cut there. I was just trying to look up about this switch, which isn't flipping. It used to flip. It allowed you to fire a Vickers. Yeah, there we go. When you weren't in the cone. But you used to be able to flip it to keep it on auto, but it doesn't seem, once you've flicked it, you can't flick it back anymore. I'm going to need to do another test. I'm going to need to grab a new KA50 in a bit and test that out. That may be a bug, I'm not sure. Go ahead and lock up this guy, but this time we're going to go ahead and use the gun. There we go. So about the cut again, I'm running into a few issues with the KA50 at the minute. I'm not sure what it is, but the gun wouldn't work for me until I flicked and changed the fire mode. So maybe, if you have the same problem where your gun doesn't fire straight away, maybe just try flicking the fire mode. It may just be me. So there we go. That is kind of my first actual flight in a brand new KA50 cockpit. Now this is present me taking over from past me, because past me started to waffle on a little bit, so I'll try and be a little bit shorter than him. So my thoughts on the new cockpit, I really like it. It looks a lot better than the old one does. You can see the reflections in the glass of all the instruments inside the cockpit. I really want to fly it at night. I may do a video of a night flight with K50 because I think that will be really nice. But yeah, I really like it. There are quite a few bugs though that I found, unfortunately. One is that manual and auto switch not being flickable at all. It seems to be permanently stuck on manual mode, which is okay, but I'd much prefer it to be uh, player decided, because there are times where I'd like it on auto mode just so I don't mess up and waste a Vickers or something. Another one seems to be the gun, from it not firing until I started to play with the modes and reset the modes, to it telling me I was in range, but then, being out of range. Another issue that I found was the arming panel, where it shows you which station you've got selected, inboard or outboard. It wasn't lighting up at all for me until I got a brand new aircraft. I had to edit that bit out. I've also heard from some people they've been having trouble using the Schroll completely, it just won't work for them. So it seems there are a few issues that ED still need to fix with this new cockpit. But they've certainly nailed the visuals. They just need to fix these few bugs. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, especially considering it's a free update. The Black Shark is still usable. It still works, and it looks a lot nicer. As I say, they just need to fix those issues so they're not as much of a headache for players anymore. But yeah, this has been me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until the next one, take care.